really great to be here. I've been pretty busy lately, actually. I just got cast in my first movie.
Whoa.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's awesome. Only problem was I had to do a sex scene, which was tough for me because I'm a method actor, which means that I draw from my own experiences. And I don't have any. Man, I had no idea what I was doing. Like, I can't talk dirty. I'm too polite. We were in the scene and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna respect you. Ooh, I'm gonna take you out for dinner. And have you home at a reasonable hour. Kiss you in a way that doesn't make you feel uncomfortable. You like that? I don't know how to be sexy. So I figured I'd rent some adult movies. I think I'm the only person that watches porn and takes notes. Try explaining that to your parents. PJ, what are you doing? Research? My mom, trying to be helpful, sat down and went through it with me. No, that's wrong. Nobody does that. If you can get a girl to do that, you're a better man than your father. You know, it's tough, because I'm single, and I haven't had too many good relationships. Like, my girlfriend in high school stood me up at the senior prom.
Aww.
I know, thank you. And 3 years went by, and I didn't hear from her at all, until just the other day, she texted me. And here's what she said after 3 years of silence. You up? I know, right? I'm like, how do I respond to that? Yeah, I'm up. I'm still waiting at the prom. I thought you might have gotten lost for 3 years. So it turns out she left me for this other guy. And I should have seen it coming, too, because there were signs along the relationship. Like, me and her went on a date for our 18th birthday, and she invited him. Should have been my first clue. Man, we dated for a whole year. At least I dated her. I don't think she knew we were dating. Especially when she introduced me to her boyfriend. But it's okay, because I decided to get right back into the dating game. So I started doing online dating, and I met a girl from Alaska. And what was cool about that is that she was an Eskimo, so she's the only person I met who was paler than me. I didn't think that was possible. I got kicked out of a club for wearing this shirt. They thought I was naked. I'm serious, do you know how much sunscreen I gotta use? I wear sunscreen at night. So we started doing online dating. We started off texting, and then we got to second base, Skype. Now that's hot. We did a long distance relationship. It went great, and then we finally met in person. We went on our first date, and we broke up. Because it turns out she was a 53-year-old truck driver named Fred. I mean, I still made out with him. He did fly all the way out here. My mom liked him. You know, it's hard for me to date girls my own age because I'm an old soul. You know, I don't understand my own generation. Like, I love classic rock. I asked a girl if she wanted to see Foreigner. She's like, it is politically incorrect to say that about an immigrant. I hate new music, man. Have you heard some of the stuff? It's so vulgar now. I heard a song on the radio the other day. I couldn't believe it. It went like this. When I shit, what happens? My dick touched the water. And there's this guy in the background going, splash. I know. I'm glad to see romance isn't dead. I don't understand my own generation. And they're always making out at the movies. Oh, God, that drives me crazy. I went to the movies the other day. The people next to me were making out. So I turned to them and I'm like, come on, Mom. I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm an old man. You can see me talking to little kids. When I was your age, we didn't have smartphones. You had to muscle up the energy to flip it open. I do, I feel like I'm an old man. The other day I threw out my back getting off the toilet. I mean, at least I wrote a song about it. Part of me thinks that I'm aging in reverse. Like when I'm 70, that's when I'll be going to the clubs. I got my walker in the air. That's when I'll be playing Pokemon Go. Oh, there's one over there. Yeah, I could never relate to kids my own age. It made high school really tough, too. Lots of bullying in high school. And I'm from New York. Bullying was a way of life there. If you told the principal, he's like, "Suck it up, buttercup. Snitches get stitches, bitch." What's really screwed up about high schools now is that you're not allowed to defend yourself. If you're getting beat up, you got suspended for fighting back. The school tells me if I'm getting beat up, I either have to run away or get in the fetal position. What, and play dead? It's not a bear, it's a 27-year-old who's still in the 6th grade. And if you do that, that's a guaranteed way that you're gonna get your ass kicked every day. I did that, I got in the fetal position, the lunch lady was kicking me. And she's a pacifist. You know you're doing something wrong when you're less popular than the kid who eats glue. So I get in the fetal position. The bully gets suspended, which is stupid because he kicks my ass and gets vacation time. Right? So I figured out a way to make money off of it. I started setting up fight dates so that bullies would get out of school. I'm like, all right, you want Monday off? Hit me in the stomach, I'll go down. $20. I took whatever I could get in high school. I was broke. I played poker with the Bible Club. You guys want to know the best thing about playing poker with Christians? They don't bluff. That'd be a sin. And whenever they're not sure what to do, they're like, "What would Jesus do?" I think Jesus would fold. Merry Christmas, everyone. But I gotta hand it to the Bible Club. Every Sunday they got up to do an evangelical exercise video. Could you imagine that? And pray, and pray. Confess your sins and pray. Convert the Jew and pray. Convert the Jew and pray. Now testify and crucify. And testify and crucify. And procreate, don't like it. Now procreate, don't like it. Run from Satan, run from Satan. Oh, thank you. I'm not religious. I tend to be pretty progressive. In fact, my dog is transgender. He used to be a cat. Let's see. I have a roommate. Her name is my mom. I've been looking for a part-time job, though, but I suck at job interviews. I applied as a barista at Starbucks, and the manager asks me, "Why do you want to work here?" You can't be honest and say money, or life's not working out the way I thought it would, or I failed the drug test at Walmart. Because then they won't hire you. So you have to lie, right? That's your only option. I'm trying to think of something nice to say about this place. Like, I love making coffee. I love working for minimum wage. And by the end of the interview, I just had it with lying. She asks me, "Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? I said, "If I'm still working here, hanging by a noose." She says, "Welcome to the club. When can you start?" All right, before I go, I want to talk about one thing. I want to tell you about the first job I ever had. I mentioned before that I like classic rock. I actually grew up around classic rock because my mom was the tour manager for the 70s rock band Chicago. Yeah, they're awesome, man. The problem was, it wasn't all pretty. I learned about the birds and the bees by listening to the band members talk about their exploits. I got STDs from their stories. But I'm not even talking about the cool stories from the 70s, with free love. I'm talking about the recent stories now that they're old. I grew up thinking you had to go to assisted living to look for dates. Seriously, they would do concerts there. Women would throw their Depends. And their teeth. And growing up, I had no idea that breasts were actually up here. I mean it. I heard a band member say to one of the women, "I can get you backstage, but you gotta show me your boobs." She's like, "All right." You guys have been so much fun. I'm gonna be your host for tonight. We have a lot of great comics for you. You guys ready to keep the party going?